Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, let me ask you a question. Like, if I looked at your calendar right now, if I asked you, yo, open up your shit and let me see it, could I tell what kind of man that you are? Like, could I see your priorities? Like, could I see what is most important to you? Could I see what means the most to you? Or would that just look like maybe an empty canvas of nothing planned? Or maybe it looks like a scattered mess of meetings. Or maybe it looks like a scattered mess of missed workouts. Or maybe it looks like some someday type of projects, right? But for the reality is that most people, it looks like a blank canvas, right? The hard truth about time, you see, is that success is, let me repeat that there because I got stuck for a moment. The hard truth about time and success, that's what I really wanted to say, is that success isn't random, right? Success is scheduled. You can't just expect it to happen. You can't just hope that it happens. You literally have to go put in the fucking work and make it happen, right? You see, most men, they let their days run them instead of taking control of their life, right? And your calendar, why we're talking about your calendar here today, is because your calendar is a mirror. Like, your calendar is a reflection of who you are and where you are going and who you want to be. And I know that's a fucking pretty broad statement, but it's fucking true. It really reflects what's important for you, what are you going to get done, how you're getting things done, and when you're going to get it done, right? Because if it is not even planned, then sure as hell limits your ability to actually create it for yourself, right? Plan that shit. That is the first fucking step, right? And so, like, for me, like, man, I live by my calendar. Like, I put everything on my calendar. Like, if it doesn't go on my calendar, I can tell you right now that there's a huge possibility that it's not gonna get fucking done. Like, my wake up time's on my calendar. Everything I do in the morning is on my calendar. Literally to the point where drink of coffee is on my calendar, meditation is on my calendar, prayer time's on my calendar, send intentional, meaningful text to my wife and to a family or friends on my calendar, my workouts on my calendar, my work is on my calendar, then what I need to do at work for those specific time blocks so I can maximize the time I'm there, it's on my calendar. When I get out of work, it's on my calendar. When I go fucking work on my Camaros, on my calendar. Literally, I live by my calendar because that is how I'm able to get so much fucking things done. When I record these podcasts, it's on my calendar. When I plan for these podcasts, it's on my calendar. When I edit the videos for the podcast, it's on my calendar. When I upload them, it's on my calendar. Literally, everything that I need to get done is on my calendar because that is how I make sure that I'm getting the things done that need to get done. Because my day is so fucking busy. There's so many things going on all at once, right? That if I'm not laser focused, if I'm not intentionally putting the things that I need to get done on my calendar and then living by it, it's all gonna fall apart. Nothing gets done. It's all gonna be some fucking intentional thing that never happens, right? Because the truth of the matter is that a fucking 10,000 miles of intention doesn't mean shit against 1 inch of action. It really doesn't. Because you can have all the intention in the world, but if you never do nothing about it, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't fucking matter. And so you gotta be real, you gotta really realize that you own your time, right? You are the one who's in charge of it. And time is the only thing, the only fucking thing out there in the world, until we know it so far, that once it's gone, you never can get it back. Once you use your time that you have, it's gone in the wind, and you can't get it back. We can't go back in time. We can't change the past. We can't do any of that. All we can do is focus on the present moment and what are we doing moving forward, right? And so you own your time, right? If it's not scheduled, then it's not real. That's the reality of it, right? See, most men, they think that their priorities, like man, I ask my friends all the time, right? And they're like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I think I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. And so they think that they know the priorities, but then I talk to them and they're like, oh, what happened? Oh man, is this thing came up and then this thing came up and then whatever. And then they don't get shit done, right? They don't block the time for them, right? And like, and for me in my life, sometimes, like a lot of people are like, yo, I have this going on this weekend. But then they told me like on Friday night, about something that they want to do on Saturday, or they tell me Saturday about something they want to do that day. And I'm like, yo, I already got my shit scheduled. I already got my things going on. You got to tell me ahead of time. And they're like, oh, Mr. Always Busy. I was like, no, I'm not Mr. Always Busy. Well, yeah, I might be always busy, but I'm Mr. Get Shit Done, right? This is how I'm able to do so many things in my life and stay fucking moving the needle on what's most important to me, right? Because I'm laser locked in on my calendar. And I'm reviewing my calendar and I'm adjusting things, right? And at the beginning of the week, I'm literally setting up my whole week of what I'm going to get done so that when it comes to review time, when I sit myself in that general's tent that I do every fucking week and I review what I needed to get done, what I'm going to do, what did I get done, and then what I'm going to do the next week, I'm able to see the progress, what I did, what I didn't get to do, how I'm able to react, and how I'm able to adjust, and how I'm able to do more, be more, and do more. And that's the fucking key to the game, right? Like you say your fitness matters, for example, right? But then there's no gym time on your calendar, right? So it really doesn't matter for you, right? You say like, oh, your family time is number one. I see, man, I see this all the time. Oh, my family time is number one. But then there's no scheduled time for them. Like literally, like, oh, because because I work too much and because of this and that. Well, okay, bullshit. So if you work too much, you already know that you're gonna spend time with them before work or after work. And so fucking put it on your calendar so that you know that when you get out of work, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go spend intentional time with my wife. Or I'm gonna go spend intentional time with my kids. Or I'm gonna go spend intentional time with someone who means a lot to me, right? But if it's not on your calendar, it's never gonna get done. Right? Like you say, you're too stressed out, right? You're too overwhelmed. You have too many things going on, but then there's no meditation or no prayer time on your calendar. Like it doesn't fucking make sense. That's like saying, oh, I'm too fucking hungry. Oh, I'm too hungry, but I can't stop to eat. Or like, oh, I gotta make it to this trip, or I gotta go to work, right? And you're driving, but you know you're gonna run out of gas, and oh, but I can't stop to put gas, right? It doesn't fucking make sense. Right? See, the actionable tip, the actionable strategy I want you to walk away with, what I'm telling you right now, is really that schedule everything that you want to do, right? Like everything, right? The workouts, the date nights, the reading time, the work time, even the downtime. Schedule it, right? If it's important to you, put it on your calendar and then focus on executing, on sticking to your calendar, right? You see, something that works for me at least, and I know a lot of high performers that use this type of allocation, for their time, is that they use time blocking and then they use theme days, right? Even in their work life, right? Because sometimes it's tough and it's challenging to do it in your work life because you do theme days, but then fires happen, and I get it, you got to react. But the higher in position you climb, the more you realize that you got to be able to control your days. You got to be able to control your time. You got to be able to maximize what you're doing so you create the best results for you and for the organization that you're with, right? And so time blocking and theme days, what they do is that they structure like your days for success. It's a structure that gives your days the ability to build the success that you want, right? You see, high performers, like, they don't live minute to minute reacting to life. They build structured days, right? Like time blocking, like I talked about this a lot in several other episodes, right? But time blocking is dedicated specific time blocks that you allocate in your schedule for deep work sessions, for meetings, for workouts, for personal growth time, for time with your family. It's literally a time block. It's a block of time that you're scheduling to only give all your attention, undivided attention, to that thing that you're working on, to that task. Right? No phone, no distraction, no nothing. Just deep work or intentional time with whatever you're doing at that time, right? And so an example that I can give you of this is really like, man, if you're someone who checks your emails all day, every day, and you're literally reacting to your emails, like, you're literally being controlled by your emails. Like, I know so many guys that let this happen, and girls too, for that matter, right? And I say guys because the majority that I work with are men, right? But like, they're literally controlled by their email. They're in reactive mode. Like, they're anytime it can, oh, I got answers. Oh, I got this. And then before they know it, they spent fucking hours on the email and they never got done what they needed to get done in order to move the needle in their life, right? But if you change that around, right? And if you check them, like, let's say for 30 minutes, right? Let's say you check them twice a day. This is a strategy I learned for one of the top dogs I used to work with. He's like, yo, fuck being reactive to your email. They react to you, right? If they need you, if it's important, like, they're going to call you, they're going to try to reach you, or they're going to high prioritize that email or do something. I guarantee you, right? Like, this is what worked for me, and this is how I'm able to do 2 or 3 times more than anyone else around me, right? He literally scheduled time blocks to answer to emails, to respond to emails, to go through his emails. And I think it was, for him, it was either 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and then 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. something like that. But it was two different time blocks throughout the day. And what he did is that he showed his email, and then slowly but surely, all those people that would email him knows that, oh, he's not responding right away because that's not how he responds. You got to wait. You got to give him. He'll respond to you, right? He literally shows other people that he's in control, that he's in control of not only his time but his attention, right? And that's how he's able to do more done with limited amount of time, right? And then the theme days, really, it's all about like assign days to specific focus areas, like for example, like let's say Monday could be like a strategy day, Tuesday could be execution day, and then you fill in whatever works for you, Wednesday, Thursday, right? And then maybe Friday is growth and reflection day, right? And this is a good strategy for business, right? Because a lot of times people comes Friday around, they're like, oh, it's Friday, who cares, and they don't know, but Friday is it's a game changer, right? You stay locked in on Friday, and actually I'll take us a step. The next step is Saturday mornings, like give some time to fucking your work, right? Even if it's only a limited amount of time, but if you do that, like think about it. If you're able to, there's 4 weeks in a month typically, right? If you're able to allocate 2 hours just every Saturday, right? So that's 2 hours, 4 days a week. 4 days a month. That's 4 times 2. That's 8 hours. You're adding one extra workday a month to your week just by giving just 2 hours of structured time in the morning on a Saturday. That can literally be the game changer for you, right? But it's all about having themed days, right? And so, like I said, maybe Monday's is strategy, Tuesday's execution, and Fridays could be growth and reflection. Whatever it is, you got to find what works for you, right? This is just an example that I'm giving you, right? But got to find what works for you. Got to be willing to try different things and see what are the things that move the needle the most. What are the things that help you be more productive? What are the things that help you get accomplished more, right? What are the things that are going to help you be a more driven man, right? You see, like sticking to the schedule is so important because yes, let's say you create theme days. Let's say you time block. Let's say you fill your calendar with all the things you want to do. But if you're not able to show up and actually get those things done, then you're just fucking giving yourself some mental masturbation. Like literally. Like you're giving yourself this, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this and then, but then you don't get nothing done. That's fucking worse, right? And so you got to know that if you're gonna put it on your calendar, it does increase your chances of getting it done, but you got to be able to stick to the schedule. Like the discipline is what separates the winners from the wishers, right? Like it's so fucking true, and it's so easy to say, but it's so hard to implement because things happen. Fires come up, things throughout your day, and this is why it's important for you to restructure your day. I like to look at my calendar first thing in the morning, see what I have planned for the day, and then I look at it at night. Like, oh, what didn't go right? What do I got to move around? And then at night. I look for the next day and see what I can, And then what I do is I batch things of similar nature, like high thinking tasks. I usually put them in the morning. Like things that don't take so much bandwidth, I put them towards the afternoon, and I group them together, group similar activities together, so that I can maximize my productivity, what I'm doing, right? And so, like a common, shit, I lost my train of thought there. Like, and so creating a calendar is easy, right? It really is, right? Doesn't take that much work, but sticking to it really is where the challenging part is. And this is where it becomes important for you to stick to restructuring your day as it goes, right? To being intentional about realigning yourself when things don't go as planned, because things are not always going to go as planned, right? A common mistake that I see is that you're constantly, like people, and this happened to me, and to this day, like I still fight it, but it is what it is. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly expanding, right? Think about it. Like I like to live my life that way, into where I'm constantly in expansion. I'm constantly getting better. I'm constantly learning. I truly believe that I'm a student of life. I'll never know everything, right? But I will never stop trying to learn everything, right? And so what I see is that constantly pushing things to later, right? Oh, I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do that later. I couldn't do this because of this, and I do it later. I'm gonna do it later. But what happens is that if you keep pushing your things on your calendar to later, it becomes that like you're never gonna get anything done because everything is gonna be compacted towards the end. You're like, oh my god, what happened to my time? And what really happened is that you weren't disciplined. You let everything fucking fuck you up, right? And then now you have everything that got pushed back, and now you're like short for time, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And so you gotta stay disciplined. You can't let the later become later for everything because there's only so much time in the day. You only have so much bandwidth, right? Later becomes never. And you can't let that happen. And so the key habit here that I can give you is really to treat your commitments to yourself, right? This one's so important, right? Treat your commitments to yourself with the same respect as like, let's say, a business meeting, for example, right? Like, man, you wouldn't bail on your boss, right? I highly doubt that. And maybe if there's an emergency or whatever, but let's say you have something planned with your boss, a meeting or something, like you wouldn't bail on your boss, right? So why the fuck are you bailing on yourself, right? Like, just think about it. Like, man, if you have, like, if you say, okay, I'm gonna get a workout in every morning, right? And this is just an example, right? I'm gonna get a gym session in every morning, a workout in every morning, and I'm gonna do this at 5 a.m., right? Or maybe for you 6 a.m., or maybe for you 7. I don't know. But for me, it's typically like around 5 a.m., right? Well, you gotta know that that's a fucking non-negotiable meeting with yourself. What would you? That's a non-negotiable meeting with your future self. That's a non-negotiable meeting that you gotta stick to it, and you gotta know that you're gonna have some resistance to it, but you gotta be able to push through that shit, right? You gotta stop pushing things out and saying later, or maybe I'll do it later, or maybe it's not the right time, or fuck that shit. If you made the non-negotiable meeting with yourself, then stick to it, just like you would to you wouldn't bail on your boss, you wouldn't bail on an important meeting, or you wouldn't bail on your family or someone you care about. Don't bail on yourself. Hold yourself to the same commitment, to the same high standard, to the same values that you would to someone else. Because the crazy part is that we do so much more for other people than we would for ourselves. Like, I've seen it time and time again, and I've experienced that. Like, man, and this is why it's good to tie your goals, to tie your why to like someone who's important to you, to your wife, to your kids, to your mother. Like, because what happens is when you take it out of you and you put it on someone else, man, the fire becomes bigger. It burns stronger. You're not going to give up as easy because it's bigger than you. It's about them, right? And so my question for you really as we wrap up this episode is, I want you to take a look at your calendar right now. Like, man, even if you have to stop me and pause me right now, I'll be right here, right back when you pick me up, right? I want you to look at your calendar, right? And I really want you to analyze this shit. And I want you to look at it, right? And be like, man, does my calendar show me a man who's in control of his time, or does it show me a man who's reacting to life as it happens? It's a deep question right there, but it's one that can be a complete game changer for you, my friend. And then my challenge for you is really for this next month, I want you to schedule everything. Everything, bro. From your work, to your workouts, to your family time, to your personal time, to your hobby time, to your fucking shit time, everything. And I say even your shit time because so many times you're gonna go and fucking go into the restroom, and before you know it, you're scrolling on social media and blah, 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 and you look at the time and you go, what the fuck? I've been here for 25 minutes, and that shit kills your time. That shit kills your productivity. It kills your focus. How many times are you gonna do that throughout your day before you realize that you're like, yo, I don't have any more time left? Well, it's because you weren't disciplined, right? You see, no more fitting in, like, I'm gonna try to fit it in, or I'm gonna try to get in. Fuck that. Commit to it, right? Non-negotiable. Plan it and then commit to it. Like, implement this consistently, my friend. And I promise you that you're gonna see how not only that you get more important things done, but the fucking crazy part and the awesome part about it is that you actually make more time for the things that you wanted to, because you're getting so much things done throughout your day and you're being productive. You're like, oh, fuck, I got that shit done. You create happiness for yourself because progress equals happiness. You're moving the needle. You're feeling like the man because you're accomplishing a lot of shit. And towards the end of the day, you're like, oh, man, I got a lot of shit done. I got some extra time. What am I going to do today? Am I going to go ride? Am I going to enjoy my hobbies? Am I going to go spend time with my family? Am I going to go spend time in my car? What am I going to do? Like, you start having all this extra time from being more disciplined with your time. And then my final thought here as we wrap up this episode is really to know that, man, your calendar is either a tool for progress or a log for missed opportunities, my friend. So you tell me, what is it going to be? I say, take control of your time, or your time will control you, my friend. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. If by any chance you still haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if it resonated with today's message, if you felt some type of way with today's message, man, do me a favor and share this episode on your story. And make sure that you tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions to help more gearheads, more motorheads, more men like you and me to really hear and see about this movement, about this podcast, about what we're doing here. And ultimately, that's how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.